This is the battle for the future of luxury electric SUVs. It's a conflict of philosophies and a clash of titans, played out in sheet metal, glass, and silent, instant torque. In one corner you have the established vanguard from Silicon Valley. The minimalist, tech-focused Tesla Model X. For years, it's been the undisputed king of this segment. A symbol of jaw-dropping acceleration and a design that still feels like it's from the future. In the other corner, the Challenger, representing a century of German automotive heritage, completely reimagined for the electric age, the opulent, feature-packed Mercedes EQE SUV. This isn't just a simple side-by-side. We're looking at two fundamentally different ways to build the ultimate EV. Tesla's philosophy is one of subtraction, a belief that the ultimate luxury is simplicity and raw, unfiltered performance. Mercedes, on the other hand, believes luxury is about additional tangible quality, an overwhelming sense of occasion, and a cocoon of comfort that insulates you from the world. They both promise the peak of luxury and technology. They both command a premium price. But which one actually delivers? Which philosophy wins out in the real world? Today, we find out. We are going to scrutinize every detail, test every feature, and measure every metric. We'll dissect their design, live inside their cabins, push their performance to the limit, and analyze their technology until we have a definitive answer. This is Tesla Model X versus Mercedes EQE SUV. The ultimate luxury tech showdown starts now. Exterior design and aerodynamics at first glance. The design philosophies of these two couldn't be more different. They are both obsessed with cheating the wind, constantly pursuing range through aerodynamics, but they express this in dramatically different ways. The Tesla Model X, even years after its debut, still looks like a concept car that escaped the design studio. It's a smooth, pebble-like shape, almost completely free of sharp creases or flashy trim. The front end is a stark, grille-less face, a signature of the brand that screams electric from a mile away. It's clean, futuristic, and maybe a little generic in its latest form. But its purpose is crystal clear: to slip through the air with the least possible resistance, achieving an impressive drag coefficient of just 0.24. The body lines are soft and flowing, leading your eye from the nose, over that massive panoramic windshield, and down to the subtle integrated spoiler at the back. It's a design where efficiency is king. And then, you have the doors. The Falcon Wing doors on the Model X are, without a doubt, its most defining and controversial feature. On a practical level, they're an engineering marvel. With their dual-hinge design and ultrasonic sensors, they can open in surprisingly tight spaces, creating a huge opening to the second and third rows. For parents wrestling with child seats, they are a game-changer. But they are also a statement. They are automotive theater. Pulling up and watching those wings articulate upwards is an event. It's a bold, almost arrogant display of technical skill that no one else in this class dares to attempt. It's the kind of feature that makes you feel like you're stepping into the future every single time. Now, let's turn to the Mercedes EQE SUV, where the Tesla is stark and minimalist. The Mercedes is curvy and ornate. It follows the brand's sensual purity design language, but with an electric twist from the EQ line. The EQE SUV is a prime example of this. With incredibly smooth, almost liquid-like surfaces, it looks like it was shaped from a single block and then polished by a river for 1,000 years. The front is dominated by the signature Mercedes black panel grille. It's not a functional grille for cooling, but a glossy black panel that cleverly houses the sensors for its driver assistance systems. Inside this panel is a large, proud, three-pointed star, which can be illuminated, and the panel itself can be had with a repeating pattern of tiny stars, a touch of glittering detail that feels distinctly Mercedes. The sleek headlights connect to the grille, creating a unified face that's both modern and sophisticated. Compared to the Model X, the EQE SUV has a more traditional SUV profile, prioritizing a sense of substance and solidity over the Tesla's lightweight, futuristic look. It doesn't have Falcon Wing doors or any other party tricks. Instead, it offers subtle touches like flush-fitting door handles that pop out as you approach, a quiet nod to aerodynamics and modern design. The rear is defined by a full-width LED light bar with a beautiful helix-like internal design, adding a layer of visual complexity. So, how do you choose between them on looks alone? It comes down to what you want to say. Do you prefer the audacious, science fiction minimalism of the Tesla, a car that makes a dramatic statement wherever it goes? Or do you gravitate towards the elegant, substantial, and richly detailed design of the Mercedes, a vehicle that whispers luxury rather than shouting it? One is a tech product on wheels, the other is a traditional luxury good, electrified. Interior luxury, comfort and practicality. Stepping inside these two SUVs is like entering different dimensions to competing visions of a luxury cabin. This is where the philosophical divide between Silicon Valley and Stuttgart becomes a physical reality. Let's start with the Tesla Model X. If the exterior is minimalist, the interior is almost shockingly so. Your attention is immediately grabbed by two things: the enormous 17-inch central touchscreen, and that vast panoramic windshield that curves up and over your head, creating an unparalleled sense of airiness and visibility. It makes the cabin feel like a futuristic observation pod. The rest of the dashboard is essentially a single, unbroken line. There are no traditional buttons, no clusters of switches, and no complex vents. Nearly every function, from adjusting the mirrors to opening the glove box, is controlled through that central screen. The material quality is decent. The seats use a high-quality synthetic leather, and there are touches of wood or carbon fiber. But the overall impression is one of Spartan simplicity. While build quality has improved, it doesn't quite match the level of tactile richness you find in the Mercedes. And then there's the optional yoke steering wheel, which is perhaps even more controversial than the Falcon wing doors. Fans will say it offers an unobstructed view of the 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster and enhances the futuristic feel. Critics, however, find it makes tight, low-speed maneuvers, like parking, incredibly awkward. The lack of a top rim means no hand-over-hand steering, and the touch-sensitive buttons for turn signals are a huge departure from decades of muscle memory. A conventional round wheel is available, but the yoke is a defining part of the Model X experience. You either love it or you hate it. In terms of practicality, the Model X is a champion. It's available in 5, 6, or 7-seat configurations. The 6-seat layout with captain's chairs in the second row is especially appealing, offering great comfort and easy access to the third row. That third row, to be fair, is best for children or short trips for adults. Cargo space is immense, with a total of about 94.5 cubic feet, which is among the best in its class. Thanks to having no engine, you also get a generous trunk for extra storage. Now, let's step into the luxurious embrace of the Mercedes EQE SUV. The difference is immediate. Where Tesla subtracts, Mercedes adds. The cabin wraps around you in a wave of premium materials, intricate design, and dazzling technology. The first thing you'll likely notice is the optional MBUX Hyperscreen. This is a single, 56-inch curved piece of Gorilla Glass spanning the entire dashboard, housing 3 separate screens underneath. Source. It's a stunning piece of tech that makes the Tesla's already large screen feel conventional. Even without the Hyperscreen, the standard setup is deeply impressive. The whole cabin is a feast for the senses. You'll find exquisite leather, beautiful open-pore woods, and a highly customizable ambient lighting system. The build quality is impeccable. Every switch clicks with precision, every surface feels substantial, and the entire cabin is exceptionally well, creating a serene, library-quiet environment. Comfort is king in the Mercedes. The front seats aren't just heated and cooled, they can be equipped with various massage functions. For 2025, Mercedes even added new super soft headrest cushions for ultimate comfort. The rear seats are spacious and comfortable for adults, but the EEC SUV is strictly a 5-seater. There is no third row option. When it comes to practicality, it's a bit of a mixed bag. There's no frunk in the Mercedes, as that space houses climate control components. Cargo space behind the second row is adequate but noticeably smaller than what the Model X offers. What it lacks in sheer volume, however, it makes up for in thoughtful luxury details, like high-quality carpeting and a beautifully finished cargo area. The choice here is stark. The Tesla Model X offers superior space and passenger flexibility in a modern, almost clinical environment. The Mercedes EQE SUV offers less ultimate space, but counters with a cabin that is leagues ahead in traditional luxury, material quality, and sheer visual drama. It's a rolling first-class lounge, infotainment and technology. This is the heart of the luxury tech battle. Both Tesla and Mercedes have built their reputations on pushing in-car technology, but their approaches couldn't be more different. Let's start with Tesla. the company that arguably reinvented the modern infotainment screen. The 17-inch central display is the vehicle's brain. The user interface is famously clean, responsive, and intuitive, drawing inspiration from tablets. It's built on Tesla's own software, which is constantly evolving through over-the-air updates. This means your car can get new features and a refreshed interface while parked in your driveway. The system handles everything from Google-powered navigation to media controls with native Spotify support. Then there are the famous Tesla Easter eggs. You can play video games, watch Netflix while parked, or use a camp mode that maintains climate control overnight. There's also a rear seat entertainment screen, a feature both vehicles offer. The standard 22-speaker premium audio system delivers immersive and powerful sound, one of the best in any EV. However, there is a massive, glaring omission. No Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Tesla is adamant about controlling the entire software experience, so you are locked into their ecosystem. For many, this is a deal breaker. If you rely on apps like Waze, or just prefer your phone's familiar interface, you're out of luck. Now, let's switch to the Mercedes and its MBUX system. The star of the show, if you option it, is the Hyperscreen. This 56-inch wide marvel isn't just about size, it's about intelligent design. Mercedes uses a zero-layer interface that learns your habits and proactively displays the functions you're most likely to need, so you don't have to dig through menus. Critically, it supports both wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. This flexibility is a huge advantage for Mercedes, giving you the choice between their excellent built-in navigation with an amazing augmented reality feature or the apps you already love. The front passenger also gets their own 12.3-inch screen, allowing them to watch media or assist the driver by looking up destinations. The standard audio is a fantastic 15-speaker Burmeister surround sound system known for its rich and detailed quality. This brings us to driver assistance. Tesla's autopilot comes standard, including adaptive cruise control and lane keeping. You can upgrade to enhanced autopilot or the controversial full self-driving capability beta. Tesla's camera-based systems are known for feeling confident, but some find them a bit aggressive. Mercedes offers its own sophisticated suite in the driver assistance package. Many reviewers find its implementation smoother and more collaborative. In fact, some expert reviews have ranked the advanced systems from Mercedes higher than Tesla's in terms of reliability and user experience, noting better driver monitoring and a more cooperative feel. In the end, the tech battle comes down to philosophy. Tesla offers a brilliantly simple, unified ecosystem. But it's a walled garden, you do things the Tesla way. Mercedes offers a more complex, but also more flexible and feature-rich experience. For pure technological spectacle and user choice, the advantage goes to Mercedes. Alright, we're at the halfway point, and this is an incredibly close fight. We've covered design, the interior, and technology, but the crucial tests of performance and range are still to come. This is where these two luxury titans really show what they're made of. If you're finding this comparison valuable, take a moment to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. It really helps the channel out. Also, let me know in the comments which interior you prefer so far. The stark minimalism of the Tesla, or the opulent luxury of the Mercedes. I'm genuinely curious to see what you think. Now, let's get back to it. Performance, range and charging. This is where the digital world meets the physical world. Performance, range and charging are the three pillars of a great EV, and in this section, the differences between these two become crystal clear. Let's start with the headline grabber. Acceleration. For years, this has been Tesla's kingdom. The standard Tesla Model X, with its dual-motor all-wheel drive setup, produces a staggering 670 horsepower. That's enough to launch this large SUV from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.8 seconds. That's a family-hauling SUV that is faster than many dedicated sports cars. But then, there's the Model X Plaid. With its tri-motor setup, the Plaid produces an almost unbelievable 1020 horsepower. The 0 to 60 time plummets to a reality-bending 2.5 seconds. It is, quite simply, one of the fastest accelerating vehicles on the planet. Stomping the accelerator in the Plaid is a violent, disorienting, and utterly thrilling experience. Now, let's turn to the Mercedes EQE SUV. We're looking at the EQE 504 MATIC, the most powerful non-AMG version. It produces a very healthy 402 horsepower and 633 pounds-ft of torque. Source: this gets the EQE from 0 to 60 in a brisk 4.3 to 4.7 seconds. In any other context, that is very quick for a luxury SUV. But against the sheer statistical might of the Tesla, it's simply outgunned. The Mercedes acceleration is smooth, powerful, and refined, but it lacks the shocking, brutal punch of the Tesla. When it comes to handling and ride quality, the story shifts. The Model X, with its standard air suspension, handles remarkably well for its size, feeling more nimble and athletic than you'd expect. However, the ride can be on the firm side, prioritizing a sporty feel over ultimate comfort. The Mercedes, on the other hand, is a masterclass in comfort. With its available Airmatic air suspension, it glides over bumps with an uncanny serenity. It is exceptionally smooth and quiet. It also offers an optional rear axle steering system that can turn the rear wheels up to 10 degrees, making the large SUV surprisingly maneuverable in tight city parking lots. Its ride quality and refinement are in a different league. Next up is range. Arguably the most important metric. Here again, Tesla holds a clear advantage. The 2025 Model X all-wheel drive boasts an impressive EPA estimated range, landing somewhere between 329 and 352 miles depending on which wheels you choose. The more powerful Plaid model sees that change to a still very usable range of around 294 to 335 miles. The Mercedes EQE 500 for MATIC offers an EPA estimated range of 264 miles, while the base rear-wheel drive EQE 350 Plus can achieve a more competitive 302 miles. The comparable all-wheel drive model falls short of the Tesla. Source: while 264 miles is plenty for most people day-to-day, it's a noticeable difference that could be a deciding factor for serious road trippers. Finally, charging. When it comes to DC fast charging speed, the two are very close. The Model X can charge from 10% to 80% in about 30 minutes, while the EQE SUV takes approximately 32 minutes to do the same. Source: the real difference is the network. Tesla owners have exclusive access to the vast and reliable Tesla supercharger network. It is, by far, the most stress-free and dependable public charging experience available. Mercedes, like other non-Teslas, relies on third-party networks, which can sometimes be less reliable. That supercharger network remains one of Tesla's most significant advantages. In this round, the verdict is clear. If raw performance, maximum range, and a foolproof charging network are your top priorities, the Tesla Model X is the undeniable winner. It's a statistical monster. Price? Done. Value? Alright, let's talk about the final, and for many, the most important piece of the puzzle, the price. What does all this tech and performance actually cost? Let's break down the 2025 numbers. The Tesla Model X all-wheel drive starts around $86,630. The high-performance Model X Plaid starts at about $101,630. A huge amount of equipment comes standard on every Model X, including the air suspension, 22-speaker audio system, heated and ventilated seats for all passengers, and the autopilot suite. Now, for the Mercedes-Benz EQE SUV, the lineup is more complex, but the model most comparable to the base Model X is the EQE 500 for MATIC, which starts around $90,650. Source: the base EQE 350 models start lower, around $79,050. Source: the EQE SUV is very well equipped, but to get the headline-grabbing features like the hyperscreen or massaging seats, you need to climb the trim ladder or add expensive packages, which can quickly drive the price well over $100,000. So, what does this mean for value? From a pure specs per dollar perspective, the Tesla seems to have a clear edge. You get 670 horsepower and over 329 miles of range for less than the starting price of the 402 horsepower, 264 mile range EQE 500. But value in a luxury car isn't just about numbers. The Mercedes justifies its price with tangible quality, superior interior craftsmanship, and a more refined ride. You can see and feel where the money went. In terms of warranties, both offer a similar 4-year, 50,000-mile comprehensive warranty. However, Tesla covers the battery and drive units for 8 years, or 150,000 miles, while Mercedes offers an impressive 10-year, 155,000-mile warranty on its battery. Ultimately, the value proposition mirrors the cars themselves. If you value raw performance and cutting-edge EV tech, the Model X offers incredible value. If you value traditional luxury and impeccable build quality, the Mercedes feels worth its premium price. So, where does that leave us? Which of these electric titans takes the crown? The truth is, these are two of the best EVs on the market, built for two fundamentally different buyers. Declaring one universal winner would be a disservice to what makes each of them excellent. So, instead, we'll declare two winners, for two different definitions of ultimate. The winner, for the driver who prioritizes the future, raw performance, and ultimate practicality, is the Tesla Model X. There is simply no other SUV on the planet that can match its combination of face-melting acceleration, class-leading range, and seamless charging experience. The 1020 horsepower Plaid is a family hauler with the heart of a hypercar. The packaging is genius, offering seating for up to 7 and a truly cavernous amount of cargo space. And the supercharger network remains the killer app of EV ownership. To drive a Model X is to feel like you are driving a piece of the future. It's a technology product first, and the car second. For the tech enthusiast, the performance junkie, and the family that needs maximum space, the Tesla Model X remains the king. However, the winner, for the driver who prioritizes luxury, comfort, and a truly premium experience, is the Mercedes-Benz EQE SUV. From the moment you step inside, the EQE SUV simply feels more special. The cabin is a work of art, a masterpiece of materials and design that the Tesla cannot match. The sublime ride quality and the tomb-like silence at speed make every journey an event. The Imbu X Hyperscreen is a statement of technological dominance, but one that is tempered with user-friendly features like Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It may not have the shocking speed or ultimate range of the Tesla, but it delivers a more polished, sophisticated, and traditionally luxurious experience. It's a true Mercedes-Benz, just powered by electricity. For the discerning buyer who values craftsmanship and refinement, the EQE SUV is the definitive winner. So, the choice is yours. Do you want the rocket ship, or the first-class lounge, the minimalist tech powerhouse, or the opulent German cruiser? Both are incredible feats of engineering and represent the brilliant, exciting future of driving. Let me know your final choice in the comments below. Thanks for watching.